Cispa has passed a closed-door vote for the House Intelligence Committee with a wide margin, 18-2, and there's very little difference in this new version of Cispa than the one everyone had such a big problem with before on the internet. There is new language, new amendments, but all it does is pretty much, it's longer, it's more confusing, and it doesn't change much of anything. Your privacy is still up for grabs.
Well, I mean, at least in them addressing our fears, they're admitting that they're warranted fears.
Pretty much, because the backers were saying, oh, no, it has nothing to do with your privacy. This is all very important cybersecurity. But in addressing these fears, they've also included some kinds of loopholes to indicate that, yeah, we're going to fuck around with your security. Get ready for that. There's clauses like, we're told that they only count when consistent with the need to protect systems and networks from cyber threats. Well, who decides that? And does personal information really count in that at all? Does it count as data for cybersecurity or threats at all? I would say no, but it seems like it's more of the same vague writing that indicates they can. It's arguable. I think they could argue in court.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're going to do what, if this passes, they're going to do what they want to do whenever they want to do it because they've used this vague writing technique, and they're going to get away with it, and that's just how it's going to go. And if it doesn't pass this time, it'll pass next time, you know.
Well, it just keeps coming back because, as you'll remember, last year it did make it to Congress, didn't make it to Senate, didn't make it to the President, but it will not die no matter how much.
They really, really want it. They really want to do this.
They really want to fuck with our security, apparently. I don't know how many tries it's going to take. I mean, recently Reddit and several other internet companies did stand against Cispa, though Facebook had. They're now withdrawing that. And I don't know, the more I learn about Zuckerberg, the less I like him.
Just now?
Yeah.
Just now we're starting to not like Mark Zuckerberg?
I was okay with him being a creepy weirdo, but now that he wants to fuck with my privacy outside of Facebook, I'm not okay with it anymore.
Yeah, I could see that, because we didn't really have any privacy on Facebook anymore.
No, you should have known that. We all should have known that.
The best part about these articles that I took out of it was the co-sponsor of Cispa not even having his story straight.
Well, because he said, oh, it's nothing to do with your privacy. And then later, like, well, you know, maybe if your privacy is
the NSA is absolutely not looking at your data. This is not what it's about. This is not a surveillance bill. But I mean, if they wanted to, they might have to eventually look at your data. And who better to look at your data than the NSA? They're the gold standard of looking at your data.
They released a fact sheet about like what it addresses and what it doesn't, and it was so bad the Electronic Frontier Foundation had to release a counterpoint fact sheet pointing out that it was all lies and bullshit. So
is that why you put quotes around facts?
When I do this, I don't really mean it, just so you know. Every time they've tried in here to assuage us and saying we're not going to mess with your personal security or privacy, it's all just, it's cyber attacks and we need this for America. It's more like tacit admissions that, yeah, we are going to dig right in, get ready for that shit. So what are we supposed to do with this?
I guess the bottom line is we need to tell our representatives in our government that we will not sacrifice any freedoms any longer for security.
But we've been doing this. I know we've had this conversation where you were on the other side and I was on whatever, but it's just like, it's not fucking ending.
Yeah. Tell people we don't care about security that much. We're not going to do it.
How many times does the government have to try to intrude in our privacy before, you know, how can we fight back against this? It just never fucking ends.
It will end when it's no longer financially feasible. Or when they all get kicked out, or when they win.
All right, well, I would recommend visiting the Electronic Frontier Foundation, saveyourprivacypolicy.org. Keep yelling, get loud.
Right to people who listen.